Eclectic as null. A person who draws from a variety of sources in their work or approach. An individual who selects elements from a wide range of sources or styles. She was known in the art world as an eclectic, constantly experimenting with different mediums and styles. The literary magazine was edited by a team of eclectics, each with their own unique perspective on what made a great story. The eclectic of the group was tasked with finding a restaurant that would satisfy everyone's tastes. The band's eclectic was responsible for choosing the set list for the concert. The group's eclectic made sure that their travel itinerary included something for everyone, from historical landmarks to trendy cafes. Posit as verb. To propose or put forward a theory, argument, or idea, often as a basis for discussion or further investigation. To put forward as a fact or suggestion, propose or postulate. The professor posited a new theory about the origins of the universe. The detective posited that the suspect had a motive for the crime. The essay posits that humans are inherently selfish. The scientist posited that the rare bird species might be extinct. The company CEO posited that the new product would revolutionize the industry. Futile as adjective. Describing a task or goal that cannot be achieved. Describing an attempt to solve a problem that is likely to fail. His efforts to learn the language were futile, as he didn't have enough time to practice. Her attempts to reason with the angry customer proved to be futile. It's futile to try to convince him to change his mind. The rescue team's efforts to save the stranded hiker were futile due to the bad weather. The company's attempts to recover from the financial crisis proved futile, and they had to file for bankruptcy. Insolent as adjective. Arrogant or haughty. Disrespectful and contemptuous in speech or behavior. The student was expelled for his insolent behavior towards the teacher. The boss reprimanded the employee for his insolent attitude towards customers. The athlete was criticized for his insolent behavior towards the referees. The customer was refused service due to his insolent behavior towards the staff. The politician's insolent remarks caused outrage among the public. Polemic as noun. A written or spoken attack, especially on a religious or political doctrine or belief. An aggressive argument or criticism aimed at refuting or disproving a particular point of view or belief. The author's latest book sparked a polemic debate on the controversial topic. The politician's polemic speech riled up his supporters and opponents alike. The newspaper article was written in a polemic style that criticized the government's policies. The talk show host's polemic monologue attacked the opposing political party. The online forum became a platform for polemic arguments between members with different viewpoints.
Vicissitude as noun, a change or variation occurring in the course of something, alternating or successive changes of fortune or circumstances. The stock market is known for its vicissitudes, with prices constantly fluctuating. The writer's life was filled with ups and downs, including many vicissitudes. The company has experienced many financial vicissitudes over the years. The coach helped the team navigate the vicissitudes of a long and difficult season. The artist's work reflects the vicissitudes of life and the human condition.
Betray as verb. To break the trust of someone by doing something that is harmful or disloyal. To reveal or give away information that is supposed to be kept secret, especially to an enemy or a rival. The spy was arrested for betraying his country's secrets to a foreign power. She felt betrayed by her best friend, who had been spreading rumors about her behind her back. The athlete was accused of betraying his team by accepting bribes to throw the game. The soldier was executed for betraying his comrades by collaborating with the enemy. The employee was fired for betraying the company's trust by stealing confidential information. Unscrupulous as adjective. Dishonest or deceitful, often willing to engage in unethical or illegal behavior for personal gain, lacking moral principles or ethical standards. The unscrupulous journalist published fake news for personal gain. The unscrupulous seller sold fake goods to unsuspecting customers. The unscrupulous businessman would do anything for profit, even if it meant breaking the law. The unscrupulous lawyer took advantage of his clients and overcharged them. The unscrupulous politician accepted bribes and ignored the needs of the people. Glean as verb. To gather information from various sources. To obtain knowledge through observation. The archaeologist was able to glean a lot of information about ancient cultures from studying the artifacts. The journalist had to glean information from a variety of sources in order to piece together the story. The farmer spent hours gleaning the fields for any remaining crops. The researcher was able to glean insights into the behavior of animals by observing them in their natural habitat. The detective was able to glean clues from the crime scene that led to the capture of the suspect. Jovial as adjective. Characterized by or showing a fondness for joking and jesting. Cheerful and good-natured, often in a hearty or boisterous way. The mood in the room was jovial as everyone celebrated the happy occasion. She had a jovial personality and was always making people laugh. The group of friends had a jovial night out, full of laughter and good conversation. He had a jovial nature that made him popular with everyone he met. The Santa Claus at the mall had a jovial laugh that put children at ease. Fallacious as adjective. Based on a mistaken belief or invalid argument. Deceptive or misleading. Containing or characterized by a fallacy. Erroneous or faulty. The argument made by the politician was fallacious, full of logical errors and false assumptions. The scientist's hypothesis was fallacious, as it relied on a flawed understanding of the underlying mechanisms. The advertisement made fallacious claims about the effectiveness of the product, which were not supported by any evidence. The conspiracy theory was based on fallacious reasoning, drawing conclusions without any factual basis. The student's essay contained fallacious reasoning, demonstrating a lack of critical thinking skills.
Rudimentary as adjective. Basic or fundamental. Elementary or simple in nature. The artist's early sketches were rudimentary compared to their later works. The class learned rudimentary arithmetic skills in kindergarten. His understanding of the language was rudimentary at best. The equipment was rudimentary and needed to be upgraded. The shelter provided only rudimentary protection from the elements. Countermand as noun. An order that cancels or reverses a previous order or command. The act of canceling or reversing a previous order or command. The CEO issued a countermand to the previous directive, changing the company's policy on remote work. The judge issued a countermand to the arrest warrant, ruling that the evidence was insufficient to detain the suspect. The general gave a countermand to the troops, ordering them to retreat and regroup. The government issued a countermand to the travel ban, allowing certain individuals to enter the country despite the restrictions. The union issued a countermand to the strike, calling off the protest and negotiating a new contract with the employer. Admonitory as adjective. It implies a sense of caution or warning and is often used to describe something that serves as a reminder or a warning to be careful or to avoid certain behaviors or actions. The teacher used an admonitory tone to emphasize the importance of following the rules. The parent gave their child an admonitory warning not to talk to strangers. The coach's speech to the team had an admonitory message about the dangers of complacency and the need for continuous improvement. The company's policy handbook had an admonitory tone, warning employees of the consequences of breaking the rules and emphasizing the importance of compliance. The warning label on the product had an admonitory message, listing potential hazards and providing instructions on proper use.
Badger as verb. To annoy or pester persistently with demands, questions, or proposals. To confront or challenge persistently or aggressively. The salesperson wouldn't stop badgering me to buy a product I wasn't interested in. The coach constantly badgered his players to perform better and work harder. She felt like her parents were always badgering her about her grades and her future plans. The interviewer kept badgering the celebrity about her personal life, despite her repeated requests to stick to the topic of her work. He was badgered by his co-workers to contribute to the office gift fund, even though he didn't want to. Callow as adjective. Having little or no experience of the world. Immature or inexperienced. The young singer's voice was callow, lacking the depth and richness of more seasoned performers. The teenager's behavior was callow, showing a lack of maturity and judgment. The writer's first novel was callow, with underdeveloped characters and a predictable plot. The politician's speeches were callow, lacking substance, and failing to address the important issues. The new intern was callow and inexperienced, often making mistakes on the job. Colossal as adjective. Extremely large in size or scale. Impressive or magnificent in size or degree. The athlete's performance was nothing short of colossal, breaking several world records. The building was a colossal structure, towering over the rest of the city. The storm caused a colossal amount of damage to the town. The company reported a colossal increase in profits over the last quarter. The dinosaur fossils found in the area were of a colossal size, much larger than any living creature today. Refute as verb. To disprove, discredit, or contradict a claim or assertion. To prove that a statement, argument, or belief is false or incorrect. The study's findings refute the common belief that sugar causes hyperactivity in children. The lawyer refuted the witness's testimony by presenting contradictory evidence. The scientist refuted the theory that the Earth is flat. The athlete refuted accusations of doping by submitting to drug tests. The historian refuted claims that the event never occurred by producing eyewitness accounts.
Mulct as verb. To extract money or other compensation from someone, especially unjustly. To fine or impose a penalty on someone, typically as a punishment for an offense or violation. The company was mulcted for violating environmental regulations. The store was mulcted for selling expired products. The contractor was mulcted for failing to complete the project on time. The employee was mulcted for embezzlement of company funds. The driver was mulcted for speeding and reckless driving.
Ready to boost your English or ace the GRE? Meet the GRE Vocabulary app, a fun and effective way to master language. Learn advanced words with examples and audio. Master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Customize your practice by difficulty or focus. Translate into 100+ languages with ease. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.